How's it going, guys? This is Dave Melodioso. I'm here to bring another wealth transfer dream, and it took place yesterday, which it was May 10th, 2023. Now, I had 3 dreams, a big dream and 2 small dreams, all conjoined. So the first dream was about this. First of all, let's begin that I was not home. I was somewhere foreign. The first 2 dreams, it looked like I was somewhere in Europe. Maybe the UK, somewhere in the UK. I cannot recall, but it was not home. It was not in the US. I don't think so. So the first dream was that there was this woman that she was showing off. She was showing off. She was like an athlete, like a person, but she was not straight. But she was showing off in front of guys, and I was there. I was like, she was showing off in front of 3-4 guys, and I was in the midst of those guys. So she was saying, I look attractive. I can do this. I'm healthy. And then she said, we were outside by a sidewalk. It was kind of like an apartment complex or something like that. And then she was like, look, I can pick up girls easily too. So what she did was that she threw. So there was 2 women walking down the sidewalk, and then she threw like a little box, like a box of flowers or something like that, to kind of like to attract the women. You know what I mean? So when the women that were walking on the sidewalk saw that she threw like a box there, kind of like she was just trying to kind of like do a pickup or something, like a pickup technique. They both got afraid, and they made like kind of like how can I say this, not an assault, but a threat. They made a threat to that woman that was showing off. She was saying that, we don't find you attractive. Kind of like they were disgusted. So they ran away. They kind of like ran away, both of the girls, and then she was left humiliated. What God is telling me in this dream, on the first dream, is that the present things in this era, in this generation, they're gonna pass, because right now we have a lot of this type of equality going on, and how the woman is kind of like they trying to make women equal or even so better than men. You know what I mean? But what God is trying to let me know in my spirit is that that era is about to end. You know what I mean? So it was nice for a moment. It was working for a moment, but it's not going to last. That's what God is telling me. That everybody was encouraging this, but those times are about to be over. Now, the second dream was that sure enough, I was still in the UK, I think, and then I saw this lady. So this lady, she is from the UK, but she was popular, very popular, like 15 years ago. She was from the UK. She was an older lady, and she was known for her show in America called Nanny 911. And she was there. Her job is to, in her show, I like her shows. I used to watch them all the time. So in her shows is that she's like a nanny, and she takes care. The parents, I think they go somewhere else or on vacation. I'm not sure where, but the nanny takes control of the household, whether it's 2-3 kids. It's usually kids. Sometimes I think it's teenagers, but usually it's little kids. She takes care of them, but she also, it's usually bad kids. So I'm just letting you know her, what's kind of like, what does she does, what's her occupation, what's her point of the show 911. So her job is to, in a small period of time, she has to teach these kids how to act right. She also teaches the parents what to do in certain occasions when when the kids act a certain way, how to enforce discipline and correction into the children. So but these all these kids in these shows, they're rebellious, they scream, they talk back, they throw fits, petulance, petulant child at his best. Okay, so back to the dream. So that's what she does. So I'm just gonna let you know who is this lady. I don't know her name, but she had a show called Nanny 911. So when I saw her, she was talking to another guy. This guy was a parent, and he was kind of like enrolling into her show. She was right in front of him, but they were both like in her house, nice house. It was like in the UK, beautiful inside. Looked kind of small, but it was like a nice 2-story house. It was a beautiful house. It was nice, kept, not too big, but it wasn't average either. It was above average. It looked cozy. In other words, not too much of a modern look, somewhat, but yeah. Anyway, so she was telling the guy, I'm going to take. Oh no, he was like, okay, so don't worry about the house. I will take care of it. And he was surprised. So he was telling the guy, the father. I think he was a single father, because I didn't see a woman right next to him, but he did say, I will take care of the house. The house will be yours, and it's for your children. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So I think, I guess he was enrolling to her show, and then she was saying, the house you're gonna be in is yours, and it's for your children as well. You know what I mean? So it was saying, do not worry about your children and the house. The house is gonna be yours, and these are for your children. And it was amazing, because how you hear sometimes prophetic people or in churches, when you're there, when you hear a prophecy and is being told to somebody else, but when you hear it, you feel like it's for you. You know what I mean? It's same thing when you go to a certain Christian churches. When the pastor is preaching, they sound like they're talking to you. But the pastor or the preacher is talking in the midst of hundreds of people in front of him or her. So that's how I felt when I heard that message. I was like, God, I receive this. You will give me that house that you want, and it's going to be for my kids. Now, take in mind that I don't have children, not yet, but I will. But when that lady from 911 told the guy, the single parent, don't worry, everything is going to be taken care for, and that house you're going to be in, that's going to be yours. It's going to be completely free. When he said that, when she said that to him, I felt like she was talking to me, literally. Like, wow, it just felt like it was for me. So I receive it, and hopefully when I'm talking to you about this is about the wealth transfer for the Christians. I hope you receive it too. You should receive it in Jesus' name, okay? So, all right, let's go to the last part of the dream, the largest part of the dream. So I was, next thing you know, I think I came out of the house and I was like in Pakistan or something like that. I was in the Middle East, maybe Syria or Saudi Arabia or Iran, more like Iran or Pakistan, somewhere around there. And there was a lot of people outside. So I went back to this building I came out from, and this was like a corporate building, in the middle of the Middle East, in a city. So when I went back inside, I went to the second floor, and then when I went to the second floor, there was nothing but it was like a corporate office, like I don't know, but it was nothing but professionals. Everything in there was white. I think the chairs were white, the tables were white, everything was white. And inside of this place, there was nothing but professional people. And I know some of the, back in my city, I know professional people, you know what I mean? I know some professional people that have distinguished jobs, and I saw them there. I don't really talk to them back in my hometown, but I know who they are. And then I saw them in my dream. They were taking their chairs. I was there. I was supposed to take a seat, but everybody was coming in, and they were taking, they were all taking the seats in front of me. So I was kind of like left behind, and I took a seat in that room, but somewhere more hidden, more behind. So, but take in mind that all these people were professionals, had distinguished jobs. They were like the top ranks. They were earning a lot. Minimum 6 figures to 7, and even beyond that. So yeah. So after that, when I saw that, I guess there was gonna be like a seminar. I'm not sure what was going to happen there, but everybody was gonna sit down there to work, and I kind of felt bad, you know what I mean? Because I kind of felt like I didn't have much importance in there, and nobody was like, hey, how are you doing? Take a seat here. No, everybody was taking their seats, like rushing to take their seats, kind of like power walking to take the seats in front of me. And it was kind of like nobody cared. Everybody was just like in their own space. So I went back outside, and then I saw a large crowd of people. And in this crowd of people, all of these people look Middle Eastern, I've noticed. And once again, I was in the Middle East somehow like that. And it reminded me of one of those maps in Black Ops or Black Ops 2. You know what I mean? I'll probably show you just some drafts just to kind of make you sure what was the environment like. But anyway, so when I went back outside, there was a whole bunch of crowd. I don't know, it almost looked like a rally where they were protesting. And for some reason, I saw, like, on the second floor where I came from, I was hanging from the second floor. And when I say I was hanging, I had 2 of my hands grasped on this precious stone. It was a green one. So this rock that I was hanging from with my 2 hands, it was a jade rock, a green jade, or it could be a green jasper rock. It was a green precious stone, sticking out from the second floor from that building. And then the more I was hanging from it, the more it was detaching from it. So it was kind of like a horn coming out from the it was weird. From the view of the street, it was kind of like a horn of a gem. So the more I was hanging on it, the more it was detaching, kind of like it was laying me more lower and lower because it was detaching from the building. And God was letting me know that I was there. No, actually, I was there because I was waiting for a position to open for me, So I was waiting because God was going to dethrone or take their positions, one of these guys' positions, and give it to me, And so I was there patiently waiting while there was a lot of crowd around me and everything. I don't know what was the crowd about. It was rowdy, I remember. And the more it was detaching, the more it was letting me know it's almost about time that I'm about to get that position, that high position that I want. You know what I mean? Because it was, of course, it had better pay. And that was most of the main reason, right? And but the thing is that when I looked down, I saw a guy like on top of a tank or on top of a armor car. It was like an armor car, and he was controlling the crowd from getting more wild. Either it was an armor car or some type of service car. It could be political, or it could also be an ambulance. But this guy was on top of it. He was one of the main guys controlling the crowd. If anything, these guys were the guy on that position. He looked like a militant, but then I saw that when I look back, he wasn't there anymore. And God told me, either you take that position over there or you take the one you're waiting for, but you can't take both. And even though there was a lot of crowd, nobody in the crowd was able to take that position. Like nobody was able to hop in that tank or in that huge armor car, like on top of it, and take the medium, because his job was to control the crowd, to surveillance, to just to see what's going on and to control it, But other than that, I kind of stood where I was, but I was worried because I was like, who is going to control this crowd now? Who is going to fill in this position? So God, after that dream, he told me, he was telling me that have somebody you trust. Have somebody, and he's telling to anybody who's listening to this concerning the wealth transfer, jot down the people you trust. Don't just jot down one, even family members, even people that you have trust. You trust halfway because you don't know them too well, but you want to know them well. Jot down these people because the dethroning is about to come, meaning a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. Not only jobs, I'm talking about positions, careers, callings, and they're going to be served. There's going to be so much openings that he was telling me that I have to have somebody lined up ready, because that's going to happen. Because if you don't have nobody ready, you don't have nobody to call on. Either you fill up that position that was lost down there in the crowd, and somebody else is going, and the other job that you were waiting for, the other position you was waiting for is going to be vacant, or vice versa. He was letting me know that have somebody on standby, have somebody that you trust, because in the end of the day, we cannot do this by our own. We need a team, right? And the best thing, my recommendation, what God is telling me is to jot down people that you trust. So when that time happens, when there's a lot of positions openings happen, you already know who you're gonna trust. You already know who you're gonna put in certain positions. Okay, this is the era of the great turnaround, guys. This is the era where things are going to start from a clean slate. And you're going to need help. We're all going to need help. There's going to be people that are going to receive massive, like incredible amounts of wealth that you won't be able to count it yourself. You're going to need to hire an accountant. That's how big this thing is going to get for some of you guys. That maybe to most of you guys, that you're going to have so much that you're going to need to hire an accountant or a treasurer or somebody, at least one person or two, somebody close that you can trust that can take care of all of this, because it's going to be too much. And these camels are just going to keep on coming and coming and coming, and it's just going to be too much, guys. You're going to lose count. So in other words, that's me speaking in the spirit right now. Have somebody that you trust lined up, jot them down if possible, and have them ready, because when God is going to call you for this next position on this next phase, you got to have somebody else, because once the other position drops below your position, who's going to fill it up? That's the question. Who's going to fill it up? The wicked person? I don't think the wicked person is going to be privileged on the next era. Remember, we're going to a next era, guys, and we have to, God's coming, God's coming is soon. So he's doing this for a great reason. So to prepare to pass on his good news to other people that don't know about God, that don't know about Jesus, that need to be saved. And the people that are going to be in the wealth transfer, that are going to be in power of these wealth, we're going to facilitate this to them. That's the key word, facilitate. We're going to make it easy for them, for the missionaries, for everybody to get God's word going. That's my input into that rock that I was hanging from. So I was waiting, and God let me know when that person from that armor truck was not there anymore. God let me know, you have to have somebody else to help you, because if you're waiting for a position, a greater position, and you're waiting for that one, let's say he gives it to me or he gives it to you for that position, or it could be either the same thing as the wealth transfer. You're waiting for the you're holding those coins, and you don't have somebody else to help you. We're gonna be in deep trouble, and we gotta have at least one person that we trust, that we can put in charge under us, or to help us hand in hand, just like Moses did. Moses had a helper. It was Aaron. Same thing with Barak, the judge Barak. He had a helper. Who was his helper? Deborah. In the book of Judges. Same thing with Jesus. Who did Jesus had? The 12 disciples. All these people. Elijah had Elisha as a helper. This is just the Spirit talking to you guys. And who else? Paul. Paul had other helpers. Always helping push God's kingdom. So we cannot do this by ourselves, guys. This is. I'm a really, I ain't gonna lie. Everybody is, but I'm a selfish guy. By nature, and we all are in the flesh. But God is letting me know that I cannot do this by myself. And we have to have somebody that we know, that we trust, a friend, a parent, a brother, a sister, somebody that you trust, at least halfway. And because this is going to get serious, guys, the prosperity, and you're going to need somebody to fill in some position for you. Either they're going to look for out for your wealth, an accountant to count how much wealth is coming in to your storehouses. Or not, it doesn't have to be wealth. It has to be. It could be food. It could be cattle. It could be livestock. It's the same thing for me. Valuables, But other than that, okay. So there's that. Now, when the dream was ending, and just to finish off the dream, God let me know what was happening inside of this building again, and then I saw two angels standing. It was standing besides this opening door. What you have, those glass doors that open. It's like a glass doors that open automatically. So there was two angels standing right next to them. But before I was walking towards those glass doors that automatically open. But I don't know how far was I? Probably like let's see, like 20 feet away from them. But when I looked at it, there was clear water before these doors. So as I was walking towards it, I was like floating. But as I was floating towards it, the water was receding. The more I was getting close to it, the water was receding more and more and more and more. And God let me know. And I saw the faces of the angels. They were happy. They were so happy at me. Now, it was funny because this is how I saw them. They kind of had dark hair, the ones I saw, and fair skin. That's how I saw them. Kind of resembling, kind of like to me, But as I was getting close, the wall of water, it was all full of water. They were inside the water, if anything, but it was receding as I was getting closer. And God let me know. I didn't heard His voice, God's voice this time, but I know God was letting me know in my spirit, in my heart. He was telling me that the wealth transfer is about to start, is about to commence. It's about to it's about it. We're close. In my spirit, in that dream, He was letting me know 10 days. But I'm not gonna put no dates. I'm not gonna put no dates, guys. Don't quote me on that. He was telling me it was soon. It was very soon. In my spirit, I thought it was gonna be this month. It could be. He just told me it was going to be very soon, because that water was receding. And when I get to the other side of those doors, when besides those two angels, it let me know it let me know that the wealth transfer, the what we're all waiting for, guys, what we're all holding for, and that's the thing about that. Those angels were smiling at me, and that's what he let me know, that the more that the water receded, the more we were heading closer to the starting point, the grand starting point of the wealth transfer. And my advice for you guys is to not give up. Don't be weak. Don't be weak. I've been in crypto for a while now. Okay, I've been in crypto since 2017, and you guys have to learn how to hold. It's just because KuCoin or Bittrex, it's not. I've been seeing some other videos too of other people, other followers, and some of these people are saying, "Oh, I don't have, all my plans are crushed or whatever. My plans are crushed, and I'm just gonna do whatever. Because my wealth transfer plans are not there, because my buy-in or my buy limit orders are compromised because KuCoin or Bittrex." Don't be low of faith, guys. I already told you, cover all the bases. If you can't do buy-in orders, buy and hold some crypto. This is not what can I say this, financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I do. So if you want to do what I do, go ahead, but I'm not enforcing you to do this. But this is what I do. If I were you, if I were you guys, if I was in that spot, if I couldn't put no buy-in orders, what I would do is I will buy crypto. I will hold it in a ledger. And you might ask me, which crypto? Which are some prophetic crypto? Stellar Lumens or Stellar XLM, XRP, Algorand. You got Shiba Inu. You got the newest one is WikiCat. I just hold a little bit of that, but if you want, you can get some more if you like. Spread your coins. Ethereum is good too. What else? I can't remember. I think IOTA is one of them. IOTA is a part of the banking system coins. Those the banker coins that they call them, that are to facilitate transactions when it comes to massive wealth transfers. What else? So that's all I can think of at the moment. You can do Bitcoin if you like. You can gather some Bitcoin, but hold them. Get them in the Ledger wallet. You can also do let's say you cannot afford a Ledger wallet, a cold wallet. You can also do an online wallet. I use DeFi wallet, DEFI wallet. It's from crypto.com. So it's free. So that's a free option, but I would spread my coins there and in a ledger, in my opinion. Online wallets are a little bit more risky because they're online. They won't function, like I said, if a big power outage happens in your area or throughout the whole United States, or like I said, they're trying to do a mega malware, a Trojan virus throughout the whole country, trying to make an excuse to reset the whole internet. Your crypto could be at risk when you have online wallets. That also includes cryptos in exchanges. But like I said, the wallet, cold wallets are the way to go. Now, I think, what was the other one? Tether wallet. Was it Tether? I think that was a cold wallet. I'm not sure if that was. I'm not sure if that. I'm trying to remember if that was the name of it. Sorry, guys, for saying that without confirming. But anyway, the next thing I would say is holding precious metals, gold and silver. Gold and silver, guys. That's the main thing. Gold and silver. You let's say you don't trust any of this crypto, is a little bit too risky for you. Gold and silver, because ultimately gold and silver is good for people who hold long term. I'm talking about, when I say long term, I'm talking about 10 years, 15, 20 years. It retains its value because it's precious metals. Like I said, once again, you can always buy them in ounces. 1 little ounces. Oh, and you ask yourself, why do I want to buy them in little ounces? Why? What's the main reason? The reason why is because you want to get prepared, just in case the dollar fails, the Canadian dollar fails, the euro fails, the yuan fails, everything, any fiat currency, any paper currency, any currency that fails, at least you have worth in your hands, in your in your treasure box, whatever, where you're gonna keep your precious metals, wherever, in your house or in a safe, wherever. The reason why it's because when those dollars drop their value, that $100 bill that you're holding, for those who stay in the U.S., is worth nothing. At least, hey, you go to the store, next thing you know, that those $100 are worth nothing. Guess what? You already have some silver, or you have an ounce of silver, or you have a gram of gold. Because you covered that base. This is all precautionary steps. Like I said, cover those bases. If you can't, there's like 3 bases. You have 3 bases. You have the buy-in orders. If you can't do the buy-in orders, that's fine. In KuCoin or Bittrex or even Crypto.com or any other of these exchanges, like I said, don't put all your trust in it. When you put your money into these exchanges, count it as lost. Have an open mind, guys. Be prepared. Be prepared, because I've been in this crypto space for a while, and you want to be prepared for everything. Do not act surprised. Oh, my money is gone. Oh, this is bankruptcy. Be prepared for all of that, because I'm just letting you know. What I'm trying to tell you is that don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread them out. Put just a little bit. Just put a little bit if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Just buy and hold crypto. Okay? If you don't want to, or that's a little too risky, David, or Dave Melodioso, that's too much. Okay, buy some gold and silver. And this is just to prepare you guys. Like I said, this is what I am doing. This is what I would do. You take my advice as you will. I am not recommending you to do this. This is if you want to hold stocks, that's up to you. But you have to ask yourself, what is stocks pegged to? What is stocks pegged to? To the dollar, right? So if the dollar goes down, then down you go, right? So you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You have to cover the bases. So if one base is struggling, hey, I got another base. If the other base is struggling, I have another base. Okay, guys? So, but other than that, God is good. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't advise anybody. I'm not enforcing anybody to do these things. But this is what I do for myself. I have lost money, a lot of money in crypto, back in the day. I have, but I rise up again, and I don't let the past torment me. I'll be like, no, there's a better tomorrow. That's the only difference. The difference is your outlook. After the storm passed, after the losses, after the punches you have received, are you gonna get back up? Don't be weak right now. I know I could tell a lot of people are new in the crypto space because they cannot take hits. They're all like, oh, I'm just gonna sell. I'm done. I'm away from crypto, whatever. I'm not gonna be. Oh man. Let me read a Bible verse real quick, guys. Okay, so let's go to Matthew chapter 11, verse 12. I'm going to read it on the New King James Version, and it says this: "And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force." Okay, let me repeat that again. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. And the violent take it by force. And the violent take it by force. The kingdom of heaven, God's message, Jesus' gospel, that's us. And when we get persecuted, we suffer violence, right? we suffer when people suffer persecution. All of this, that's from Christians, from the days of John the Baptist. And but just if you keep on reading, it says, "But the violent take it by force." So you tell me, is the wicked that's going against the Christian the violent one, or the person that is withstanding the violence the violent one? It says right here, "And the violent take it by force." I'm gonna tell you right now, this wealth transfer, don't be weak, okay? Because once you're off the wagon, off the train, that's it. You're gonna be like, that should have been me. That should have been me. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. There's gonna be just a few wicked people joining our train, but it's not gonna last, guys, because this is gonna be a new era. This is gonna be a completely new era, and this is how God will design it. He will design it for us to take in charge, to push His kingdom before He comes. I always have this in mind, that I try to keep this in mind, that even regarding the wealth transfer, I mean, God can come any day. I don't belittle that at all, because I respect God. I respect God's power. And since I've been in this crypto space for a while, when you see Bitcoin has a halving every 4 years, and every 4 years, that's when crypto explodes, goes all the way up. So, in other words, crypto is about to be in a larger boom. Y'all remember 2021? Okay, count 4 years from that. It's a 4-year cycle. It's a 4-year cycle, guys. Before 2021, that's when I joined. When was that? 2017. That was the last bull run. That was the last peak, around 2017. So the bull run usually starts a year before. Do the math. You want to be weak, because if you were weak, you wouldn't be listening to this message right now. Or you want to be strong. Okay, guys, so like I said, I'm not sure if I said this already, but if the crypto bull run doesn't even happen this year, rest assured that's gonna happen next year. Because it's history repeats itself with Bitcoin every 4 years. All right, guys, and it's not only that, it's also, I believe in the prophecies. So guys, take care, stand firm. We have to take it. When the wicked is getting shaken off, we have to take it all. We have to take it all. You cannot come with an old mind. You cannot come with the old wineskin. No, guys. This is a new wine. This is a new pouring. You need a new wineskin. All right, guys. But because this is how God is going to use His people. If you're trying to be a wolf in sheep's clothing, I'm sorry, but you're going to be drowned in the wave. We're going to trample you. I'm going to warn you right now. That's what's going to happen to you. Because this next era is not going to be about the wolves anymore. It's not going to be about the wolf of Wall Street. Well, guys, you have a good day or night. And thank you for listening. God bless you all. And I'm going to play one of my songs, since 2 videos ago I was receiving some good feedback. So I'm going to try to play one of my songs. Bear with me, because I do mostly Spanish Christian music, but I will try to find something that's in English, all right? Well, take care. God bless you all, and stay firm, guys. All right. You know, because remember, it's biblical. It's also in the Bible. It says the one that has no faith is like a wave pushed by the wind. It's tossed from one way to another. Are you that person? You know, a person with no faith. You being pushed wherever the wave goes, wherever it tells it to go, the wave goes. Wherever the wind tells the wave to go, it goes. One way to another, and it crashes to another wave. Then it forms himself, and then it goes to the seashore, and then it ends up going back to the ocean. Or are you a rock? Are you standing into a firm rock? I'm speaking to you so you can hold your crypto, guys. All right. Well, God bless you all, guys, and like I said, you know, it's even in history. You know, it's even in the charts. Every 4 years, you know, all this repeats itself. The crashes, the 2008. The last one was before that one was what was that one? It was called after the 2008. I think it was 2015 or 2014. I can't remember. And then before 2008, I'm talking about the stock market. Then before 2008, what was the dot-com bubble? What was that? 01. Then before that one was what? 1996. I mean, there's a pattern, guys. There's a pattern, guys. It's just that God just reminds you, because we forget. We forget about God's love. We forget about everything He's done for us when He took us out from the land of Egypt. You know. And no, you don't necessarily have to be a Jew. I'm talking about when He saved you from other things in the past, that you forget how God is good, how God has been with you, but you just forget. We just forget. So guys, all right, anyways, I'll let you guys go. Have a good one, and thank you so much for listening. God bless you all.
No me importa estar aquí, Lord, you're there when I'm facing the ground. You pick me up when I'm down. When I'm lost, I am found by you. Lord, you're there when I'm facing the ground. You pick me up when I'm down. When I'm lost, I am found by you. Tú eres mi pastor y nada a mí me faltará. En delicados pastos me harás descansar. Junto a aguas de reposo tú me pastorearás. Nunca estaré yo solo, mi alma tú confortarás. Todo lo que yo paso, nada de eso oculto. Clamo ante ti y tú me pones robusto. En mi debilidad me sacas de lo profundo. Eres mi esperanza, que es la luz del mundo. Solo en ti yo me sostendré. Contigo no debo temer. Eres tú mi consuelo, solo tú eres mi anhelo. Solo en ti yo me sostendré. Contigo no debo temer. Eres tú mi consuelo, solo tú eres mi anhelo. Lord, you're there when I'm facing the ground. You pick me up when I'm down. When I'm lost, I am found by you. Lord, you're there when I'm facing the ground. You pick me up when I'm down. When I'm lost, I am found by you. Lord, you're there when I'm facing the ground. You pick me up when I'm down. When I'm lost, I am found by you. Lord, you're there when I'm facing the ground. You pick me up when I'm down. When I'm lost, I am found by you.
From Germany, all around us.